while my son was being born, I was out singing freedom songs behind a mule-drawn caisson in memory of Dr. Martin Luther King. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. They killed Dr. King also, but they King never killed his voice. On the night of his death, black folks were burning buildings in New Orleans. Me and 3 of my bus driver friends was cruising around town in a new yellow Mustang. We saw a white boy walking on the sidewalk near the St. Bernard housing project, and we hollered, "Hey, you bitch motherfucker." The white boy came out his pocket with a pistol, and he started shooting, and running. We started ducking and trucking, but we ain't had a safety pin to fight back with. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We listened to Dr. King on the phone till we couldn't take it no more. Then we switched the album to Malcolm X, that is. They killed Malcolm too, but they can't never kill his voice either. And you better believe he told some brothers some secret before he died, because me and Earlene and my bus driver friends heard it in the wind. Now we are in with the Black Panther Party, and we are ready to do our revolutionary thing. We ain't on with just transport punches no more either. We got lots of guns in this little shotgun shake house where we socialize. Of course, the pigs know we on to the team too, because they follow us when we leave meetings at the headquarters in the 9th Ward. Matter of fact, they out there right now, Hoss. So I might as well serenade them. Get to J. Edgar Hoover. Get to J. Edgar Hoover, people. Get to J. Edgar Hoover. A low down, flashing pig. We were shooters in a shotgun house. A Chevy full of feds sat across our street, watching us, watching them, recording us. All power to the people, piece of fucking pus on our brain. Death to the pigs in the Chevy van. We were shooters in a shotgun house. A housing project packed with pissed off blacks had our back. Watching them thinking about jumping us. The NAACP, the SNCC, or the U.S. Army wasn't going to stop the pigs from whipping on me. A gun for a gun, a son for a son, and a chief for a chief. I believe the streets. Tribes of tired black voices all across America echoed the words we shouted over sandbags at the windows in ghettos from West Oakland, California to a shotgun-shaped house in New Orleans, Louisiana. Ah, about the pigs. We were shooters. Shotgun house. A nearsighted old dog defended our yard. Watching them, sending us a big bushy-haired brother to set us up. We were shooters in a shotgun house. A Chevy full of feds set across our street. Watching us, watch our old dog Spot chase that colored lady cop. Get to Uncle Tom. Get to Uncle Tom. People, get to Uncle Tom. We gonna kill all the Mack is first. The expected revolution that created a newfound love between brothers living in different housing projects in New Orleans. If you're going to be a member of the Black Panther Party, you've got to stop fighting your brother just because you don't live in the same government housing project as you or the same ward as you. If you hear a brother talking about from the 9 and he don't mind dying, he's talking about dying for the revolution now. We ain't acting stupid no more. The party encourages us to read a book a day. We also learning how to clean and break down our guns. You will lose your life. My mother's safe. I done already lost my wife and my 3 children. Bus company fired me. The Harper Police Department forced me to resign because I wasn't arresting nobody. Can't be a pig and a panda at the same time. And the only reason why I'm driving this taxi horse is because I don't have a car right now. And I need me a ride through this expected revolution. But as far as work goes, it's like the brother from named Poison who leads the meeting at the Panthers headquarters say, what you want to do? Punch the man or punch the clock? I say, bring on the man, horse. And the man coming, yeah. Because J. Edgar Hoover done declared the party to be the nation's chief security threat. You lost your mind, my mother said. But Rita Newton said that Master took my mind when he took my manhood. And that if I could take my manhood back, then I'd get my mind back. By any means necessary. By any means necessary. The pigs raided my mother's house. In a half hour I searched it before I obtained a search warrant before I could stop them. But they still ain't found shit. No gun, no money, no nothing. But they still took me and my taxi to jail and charged me with armed robbery. I done been to trial. I got a mistrial. Now they offered me a deal on plead guilty to simple robbery. I feel like telling them to stick it up their ass. But my mother done busted her ass long enough in the white folks' kitchen to hire me a lawyer for my first trial. I ain't gonna put up with that no more. So I'm copping out to 30 months in Angola, penitentiary. Angola, boss. That a bitch? Why couldn't they name it wrong? Lord, it working me all. Sent to a penitentiary in Louisiana called Angola. Shackled to brothers I knew nothing about. Turkey fields where grass abounds, a khaki-clad cracker unlocks iron from our ankles, and he is insulting us. You gotta understand it. And go to the penitentiary, don't try to make nothing easy for you. He shouts to my shoe as I look at his holster pistol. The judge said hard labor, and this cracker is enforceable. And he is insulting us. Grab a rope and stand true to a rope. If you want to run, nigga, run. As long as you got my gun, you will keep up with road number 1. Standing behind road number 1 is a greasy black inmate guard with a shotgun. He spits out tobacco juice just like his boss. Will kill you quicker than his boss. And he too is insulting us. Cut my grass, leave my green. Hold that road, you so and so. Show me what you got, road number 1. And them 200 on road number 1 going so fast. But I have no problem catching road number 1. Because I come from piecework on plantations. And I know how to cut the grass, leave the greens, and chop the dirt that's in between. But my robot, he handles his hole like a bitch. And I ain't helping him, because he is my brother. Then in Old Town on 9, the road next to mine, says, you can have that boy now that you carried him. I said, no, thank you, sir, because I just can't see myself shackled to a bad relationship. So I keep on helping him shave the grass. But when we get back to lockdown, and he finds a love letter on his bunk, I can't save that ass. I know why the snakes left it there, but they tried me when I was a fish. And when they say, shit on my dick, or blood on my shank, I say, kill me, motherfucker, because my man is gonna last me until I die. Die. And sometimes I got to rise with the sun. I got to keep up with one ain't Two more summers and I'll be gone. You never know how good freedom feels until you lose it, boss. I ain't never going back to jail no more. That place kicked my ass, physically and mentally. I be walking around New Orleans now with no particular destination in mind. I just be walking around watching the birds and looking at storefront windows. One day while I'm looking at this storefront window on Rampart Street, a sign said free shoes. A black man got up from his desk and came and talked to me. He said, you look like you dressed pretty nice, so what's your problem? I told him that I just gotten out of the joint. Then he asked me about my education. I said, I'm a high school graduate. He said, if you had a chance to further your education, what would you do? Well, like most black folks I know, I said, I want to have my own business. He took that bad business off my mind and sent me to see a little white lady counselor. He sent me to see a psych doctor. He sent me back to her saying that I was suited for sales and approved for school. So she asked me what I wanted to do. Without hesitation, I said, I want to be a writer. She said, now it's going to take you too long to be a writer. So I thought about my love of music. All the tunes I was sung along with the radio. One summer night. And my
created for the fight.